Hey, welcome back. So today I got a video for you with some items that if you want to make some gil, well, you should start at least looking them up on your own server and then sell them. But the thing to remember with the items we're about to share is that some of them sell daily, others maybe every other day or maybe every other week. So ultimately it will always be a matter of choice. Do you mind waiting for gil to come into your bank account, or are you patient on making gil? Because one might get the Eorzean IRS after them, since they sure love their taxes in this game. Now for this video in particular, we will also be discussing the fact that you can use free company credits to exchange them for actual items in the game that can be sold on the market board. So first of all, you need to be in a free company right now. As you can see, my free company is called Sushi, and the description we gave it is that we hunt the glorious, magnificent gentleman fish of the sea and cover it in the most delicious seaman sauce. Please only join if you're utterly insane. So if you got that set up, something like that, right? That's just the idea here. You need a free company. Well, then you need to get a rank. Certain ranks for this free company. So look in the top right corner. If I zoom in there, it says I'm rank 9 with this free company currently. Next to that you see a number and it says 182,280. Those are essentially my free company credits. Now if you have some credits and if you have a certain rank, which you can easily see, if I'm correct here, at info with entitlements, if you look under that tab, you see what the ranks will give you. Well, what you want to look for is where it says that you can start expanding stuff, but not only that, you will ultimately notice that you can get items from this person here. So I haven't really kept track of this, but as you can see it says spend company credits items. So don't click the first one, because those are just actions that you can use on your character, like XP boosts and stuff. You want to go to the credits tab for the items. Now what do you see here? You see items that you can buy with company credits. So this first one costs you 1500, the second one 1800. Now what these items essentially are for housing. So therefore, and not all of them can be sold. This one, for example, it says it's market prohibited, so there's no point, you can't sell them on the market board apparently. But other ones like this, all of them can be put on the market board for someone's housing. So other people that own a house or have a FC house and they want certain items and they're either ignorant about using their own free company credits or they just can't for whatever reason, they will go onto the market board, look this up and then buy it. The thing with these items in question is that they can sell for quite a lot, even though they hardly cost any credits. That's the fun part. You get what we're getting at? You see it? Can you see? So the items in question for the company credits right now at my current rank, and yours, if you're a higher rank, there might be more items. I hope there are more items, but I don't know for sure, because I'm still leveling this up. But for now, at my current level and yours, you should at least look at these items. Moongrass plot, Carbuncle chronometer, Carbuncle Lantern, and a Carbuncle round table. The Morning Glory plot. Man, that sounds kind of naughty, like a morning glory, but just saying. You also have the Dandelion plot, right? And the Sunflower plot and the Magicked stable broom. Trust me, just look these up on your own server and see what they actually sell for, because with us, some of them are literally selling for tens of thousands. It's no joke, it's kind of crazy because they are so cheap to get. But as I said at the beginning of the video, it doesn't mean that people are necessarily buying them every single day. So again, even though they might sell for a lot, it also takes a bit of patience to wait for someone that is looking for these items for their housing so that they're willing to buy it off of you. But because of this, it's still worth at least using this method to have even more that you can put on the market board for profit. Now, what about the company seals? Because I've made a video about this in the past. But before we get into, actually, I have to say, how do you get the company credits, in case people actually forget? How do you get this number in the top right corner to go up? Well, what I've basically been doing is go to this person here, the Serpent Personnel Officer. You go to him and you click Undertake Supply and Provision Missions. And then you see this tab, Expert Delivery. I've shown this in the previous video about getting rich with company seals. But again, this gives you seals that you can use to get more and more items from the guy next to him, the Serpent Quartermaster. But it also, if you're an FC, gives you free company credits. That's the thing. And the higher the item is, the more credits you will receive. So let's have a look here, just for fun. Currently, here, the company credits actually went up really quickly. But let's look at this for a second. It says 182,430. That's the exact number. So if I give him this, you will see that the number will go up. But this is a very low level item that I just gave. So it doesn't give you a lot of credits, but it should change. See that? It turned into 182,580. So it went up. Now if you're in Shadowbringers, for example, and you start clicking greed on every item in the dungeon and trying to get everything like a greedy adventurer, right? Because that's what you have to become. Well then, as you get these items and turn them in, you get way more company credits for that, because they're current geared items. So that's what you mostly want to focus upon when you're doing this, is to just get as much gear as you possibly can, turn it in, and it gives you these free company credits that you can then spend on the items we showed earlier. If you do this, well, it won't take a lot of work. Just means you have to play dungeons, that's all. You don't have to go out and gather anything. Just play the dungeons, get items, and start selling shit on the market board. Now, what about the items that you can get with company seals? Because again, in my first video, I didn't in particular show you the items that I'm about to share with you right now that I think you should look into just to see if they can make you profit as well. So if you got this third tab available to you, through which you can buy grade 6 matter, dark matter, etc. If that is available to you and you can buy from it because you're a high enough rank, well then I suggest you start looking at some of these items. So you go through this list, and then the first one, well, if you look at this list itself, I actually looked this up, right? Where did it go? Oh, what is in material, sorry, my bad, I do apologize. It's right here. You see an item called Borax. Now this, for whatever reason, our server seems to sell for a lot of gil. Again, it's a crafting material, so crafters probably know what you do with it, but this is one of the items I suggest you look up on your own market board and see what it sells for. Now there's another item that sometimes goes up rapidly for us, and that item is called literally Potash. That's just how I pronounce it. For some reason this also sells for a nice price. It's a crafting material. You can get it for 200 company seals. So put this on the market board if it sells well for you on your server, and this one is really fun. So if you like cocaine, then you understand that selling coke is a big business out there in real life as well. And in this game, good news, if you sell coke in the game, well, you might be able to get rich as well. Because it's another one of those items, crafting material, that for whatever reason can sell for a funny price on our server. Maybe on yours as well. Again, 200 company seals, not that expensive. Now if we go through this a bit more rapidly, the next item on the list would be called Wootz ore, that I suggest you have a look at on your server. And then the other one is called Raziqsap. There, it's right here. So it's kind of a weird name, Raziqsap, okay? Look that up as well. In fact, look all these items up in general, but most of them they don't sell for anything, at least on our server, so it's very particular items that we're after. If you go back another block on this tab, another rank, a little lower rank, right here you have Cordials. Sell them because gatherers use them all the time. If I'm gathering, I need GP all the time, so I use this myself, but people buy them off the market board as well for a nice price. Now here are two items that sell like crazy every single day, and the prices fluctuate heavily due to the competition because it's so easy to get and then sell, but you should still become part of this if you really want to get some gil. And it's called the Glamour dispeller. Now obviously, why do people buy this all the time? Well, everybody's busy most of the time with their glamour, so having this is useful if you want to get rid of a certain glamour on your character for whatever reason. People use them. Well, actually, I think you actually need them, in fact, for other purposes in general with the glamour class thing that you have in an inn. But you also have the Glamour prism that you need in order to start adding items to your Glamour plates. So these two items, get these two items, look them up. Even if they don't sell for a lot, just remember, prices tend to fluctuate a lot. And if your server is anything like ours, there's gonna be so many freaking people buying this every day, like constantly. This is one of the most in-demand items that you almost can find as company seals themselves. You know, it's no secret. Many people do say, I constantly sell this stuff to get rich. That's what I see people say in the novice network regularly. And I'm just like, I know exactly what you mean. But now I'm gonna share it through a video as well, in case people didn't notice. Especially new players, they might not know that they should try and sell this if they want to get gil fast as possible. Now, what about the next item? If I'm correct, it should be, let's see, yeah, it's on this tab. It's basically on one of the lowest ranks that you need to be in order to buy it with company seals, and it's the Althyk Lavender Seeds. I made a video on what you use this for, to create items in your gardening plot with your own private housing that can then be turned into profit as well. So look that up if you want to know what you actually do with this, but for some reason at times people buy these off the market as well, and it can make you a nice profit, these seeds. And these are just one of many seeds you could technically sell on the market board, because people like to do gardening. It's something I discovered. It's kind of fun, but it can also make you very, very rich if you know which items to actually grow in your own gardening plot. But it's something for another video in the future, that I'll be looking into some of these items and share them with you. Now, if you look up these items that I just mentioned, then I think that if it's anything like my server, you'll be able to make profit, and that was what's the goal of this video. So I hope this will help you out a little bit. There was another item I saw, for some reason it sold for a funny price, which was glass fiber. As you can see here, you need to be on a high rank, but it's not difficult to get the higher ranks in the free company. But you can then buy glass fiber. And then there was one final one where I thought it was very interesting. You need to be the rank of captain, which, as you can see, I am currently not. I'm first serpent lieutenant. But it's called the Xelphatol spring water. It costs you 2500 company seals. But what I noticed with this item in particular was that the prices fluctuate extremely. So for some days it sells for 1,000 just for one. Then other times it sells for only hundreds or almost below that. So that's kind of interesting, because it could technically make you insane profit at certain times throughout the month. And I don't know why, but the prices seem to fluctuate so dramatically that it's kind of a goofy item to sell. But if I ever reach the captain rank, I might as well give it a shot and see if I can specifically sell this item when it's worth thousands on the market. Because as you can calculate for yourself, that would mean you make so much money so rapidly for so little work that it's almost laughable. It's almost comical that it is even possible in this way, because I guess most people, well, in this case, might not be captain rank, so they can't buy it just like me, which kind of sucks. But most people in general, they, for whatever reason, rather spend gil on the market board than to look up which NPCs they can buy which things from, which is a well-known secret and tactic that still many people overlook for whatever reason. So I suggest you have a look at all the items that we mentioned throughout this video, and in the description box I will have them all mentioned by name as well, so you can just more easily remember everything when you look this up for yourself. Now, if you are in a free company that you do not own yourself, here's the thing. This tactic will only work when it comes down to these items we have over here. With this quartermaster on this side that spent company credits items. This tactic will only work if you're the owner of a free company yourself, or if you have a high enough rank within the free company. So, if you have got permission from the leader, for example, to spend the company credits, that is the only limitation to this method. So making your own free company is not that difficult. You just need 3 or 4 other players to help you set it up. But if you rather stay in your current free company, then the only way to do this would be to ask for permission from the FC leader, whether it's it's fine if they think it's fine if you spend their company credits. What you could say is that you split some of the profits with the free company, and they might allow you to do it, to sometimes spend a specific amount of the free company credits itself. You never know. If they do though, don't betray their trust and spend more on purpose, or they might kick you out and report you, etc. Even though I wonder if they report you, something bad could happen. I don't think so, I really don't know. But you should be mindful of this, not to screw people over if you're in another person's free company with the permission to use the free company credits, because sometimes people use them for other items as well in general that they really need in order to improve something. So that was all that I had to share with you today for getting rich through using free company credits and more grand company seals. Hopefully some of these items sell just as well as they do for us on our server, and if so, enjoy the fucking gale. Now if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing to receive more Final Fantasy XIV videos on a regular basis, and I'll see you in the next video.